Hey everyone, welcome back to Talking Success. We've had a bit of a hiatus. We haven't recorded for a couple of weeks, and as you can see, I've kind of grown a beard in that space of time. I haven't managed to grow any hair on top, but it's moved to my face. But anyway, we're back. We obviously have spoken a great deal about the world of crypto, the world of digital currency, CBDCs, and it's obviously very very topical at the moment. And I had a chat with a couple of guys a few weeks, actually quite a few weeks ago, where we tried to schedule this in and missed it for one reason or another, who are doing something very interesting in the whole world of crypto. But not perhaps what you may think. So I'm delighted to join Max. Well, I'm delighted to have Max with me today from the wonderful business. And you guys, please, we'll put some URLs down below, but called Coinchange. Okay, so it probably sounds a bit like a typical sort of exchange, but it's not. It's quite different. How life started for these guys and how life is now, or business is now, is very very different. So I asked them to come on and share their story with us, but specifically talking around sort of the enterprise. Okay, so enterprise utilization of crypto as a form of obviously a currency, how that can be earned, what are the pros and cons of doing that, what are the complications, how do you go about doing that? So, Max, welcome. Thanks so much. I know you've got kids running around. I'm going to have dogs barking, no doubt, anytime soon. So, guys, this is real world. This isn't staged in some studio, right? We are very much authentic. But listen, thanks so much for joining.
Hi, Darren. Thanks for having me.
It's a
Appreciate it.
pleasure. It's a pleasure. Listen, loads to unpack. Relatively limited on time, so I'm going to hand the mic to you. If you can give us a quick intro to you and your business partner, Serge, and then just if we can talk about sort of what your business was and really what it is now. As I said, it's vastly different. I was quite blown away when you went through kind of the story. So over to you.
Thanks, Darren. Yeah, I'm connecting from Warsaw right now. I'm based out of Canada, but traveling. So we're in Warsaw today. We're going to Croatia tomorrow, then Portugal, then probably Italy, and then back to Canada.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was a fascinating conversation, and hopefully our listeners are going to enjoy that.
I have no.
My background, I'm originally from Belarus, but I've been living in Canada for the last 20 years. I did my electrical and computer engineering there. I used to run a small venture fund called BGS Ventures. Had operated and founded a services agency, a software development services agency that builds software for various types of clients, mostly enterprise. I had about four startups. One was sold, acquired, and three failed. This is my fifth journey.
Okay.
Probably the longest and the most complicated one so far. Crypto overall is pretty shaky sand. It's very hard to find a solid footing for crypto because it's always fluid, regulatory wise, business wise, market demand wise, product wise. So that affected us in the last 4 years of our journey. We went to market in 2021, even though we founded the business in 2020. So since founding, it's been about 4 years. Since with a real product on the market, 3 years in the market with real customers and real product. Um, we started as a retail DeFi platform,
Yeah.
so something similar to Celsius or BlockFi, all those names, because of the big bankruptcies that happened in 2022. So we went to market marketing our services as a broker plus earned platform that gives you access to the reward systems, but we enhance them through our own algorithms to make it a higher yield, the lower risk. And we called it Wall Street to Main Street because we have a quantitative, systematic, and complex way to access a nascent market, right, through a trusted, centralized counterparty like Coinchange.
Mm.
So that all shifted. We had a retail customers, we had 150,000 retail customers, we had 100 million AUM. A lot of fame and hot market. So we raised $10 million since the very inception, since the very beginning of our business. But along the way, we had to pivot because as I mentioned, markets shift all the time, and there was a lot of bankruptcies that happened in the summer in crypto, summer 2020, 2022, I think. And since then, we pivoted away towards the enterprise and B2B model primarily. so
Matt,
servicing
sorry,
exchanges and wallets globally.
Max, before you go on, I just because again we have a wide variety of people that listen to this show. Some are going to be very au fait with some of the terms you mentioned. Others may be new to the world of sort of digital currencies and crypto. And obviously, we're not here to talk about trading strategies or certain coins.
Yeah.
This is not this platform whatsoever.
No.
But you mentioned about earnings. Can you just very briefly, very high level, just give the fundamental sort of concept of how you earn, not just by volatility of price movement on a specific asset, but what that means in terms of earning and yield, because it's quite different.
Yeah. So we don't earn on trading.
Yeah,
So there's no, we don't earn on volatility of the markets or price movement of the asset. There's a new concept in crypto that's called DeFi, decentralized finance.
yeah,
It's different applications that are built on blockchain and they facilitate certain financial activity. So it can be trading, so buying and selling a currency. It can be lending and borrowing. It can be derivatives markets. It can be payments. It can be custody. So DeFi has various applications. There is no centralized counterparty in DeFi. It's just an application on chain, and all the custody happens on chain, and all the activity happens by a code, by a smart contract. So code is law in that case. So they will pay you for participation. So if you can provide liquidity to enable the activity on one side or the other, you'll get paid part of their revenue. So we've been acting with that market for 3 years, and we can optimize the participation in different applications in different markets to maximize the return, minimizing the risk.
and
Because there's still,
it,
Mhm.
in a simplistic term, this is effectively staking, right? You're staking your crypto to provide more liquidity to the market, which can then offer these DeFi products and services. Is that
Yeah. So it's
summary?
so there's different layers of staking. So one of them is a proof of stake. So the blockchain staking,
Yeah,
right? Like Ethereum works on proof of stake. So you can lock your Ethereum to validate the transactions. But there's also a layer two. So it's a layer one. This is a
yep.
blockchain level, like a server level. But there's also a level above that. It's called application level. So it's they also need staking. So you can also stake on the application level. So yeah, you can think about it as staking as well,
Okay,
or
wonderful.
they call it yield farming.
Yield farming, absolutely. That's the term I was looking for. Thank you. So let's wind the clock on a little bit. You were in the retail space. Obviously, there was a lot of uncertainty about the market. We had the winter. We had a lot of negativity around crypto that clearly affected the retail market. And you pivoted the business to offer services to enterprise. So can you just talk us through what that is? What is the product or the service that you're offering, and what benefit does it have to your customers?
Yeah, so we have a couple of products right now. The simplest one is on and off ramp. So our customers are able to on ramp in crypto
Yeah,
through different payment methods like Swift, ACH, SEPA in Europe. They can off ramp from crypto into the real dollars to the banking system. So on and off ramp. This is one of the services that we offer. The other one is earn service. So if you, as a platform, want to offer earn service to your end clients, we'll give you the infrastructure to do that. So we'll give you dashboards, APIs, vaults, connectivity to that DeFi side of things,
yeah.
and the reporting. So you can resell after embedding our product into your application. You can resell and offer that to your end clients. And we have gift card payouts. So
Okay,
this is also part of the off-ramp solution when you want to change your crypto into a gift card. Amazon, Uber, Walmart, Visa gift card globally, you can do that through our product as well. So, but you'll offer it to your end clients on your platform. So it's all infrastructure
yeah.
based embedded finance products.
Okay, very good. And what's a typical user case? So what does a typical customer look like to you? And obviously they're offering kind of a white label solution to their customers. Let's talk about that. Then I just want to talk very briefly around sort of the regulatory side, not getting into sort of much heavy detail, but just a brief overview. So let's start with kind of a typical customer of yours. What does that look like?
So the typical customer would be an exchange, a crypto exchange,
Yep,
or a payment provider
yep.
in an emerging market.
Okay,
So say Argentina, even Poland. We have a couple of big exchanges in Poland, Serbia, Philippines, Turkey, India, Peru. All the emerging markets where the penetration of stablecoins is high usually offer earn product on the stablecoins, or they will store value in the stable coins because they have a high inflation.
Yeah.
Uh, and they'd like to have some earn on those stable coins that they consider wealth and value. So they want to have some dividends on that. There's no access to a US denominated products easily through a banking system or through a brokerage system in their jurisdictions. And they usually hold them either non-custodially on some kind of an EPC wallet like MetaMask,
Hmm.
or they would hold it on a centralized wallet like with an exchange or payment provider slash neobank. So we go to the centralized custodial providers and offer them the feature to earn, call it variable interest account, call it earn account, call it reward account, call it a flex account, whatever they want to call it in their local jurisdiction.
Yeah.
They can offer that after integrating our product. So it's usually same for gift cards and the same for the on and off ramps. So it's emerging markets, exchanges, and payment service providers.
And then I have to ask, in terms of the regulatory side, is that down to your customer to ensure that they have got the correct regulations in place?
That's right.
How does it work from your perspective? Obviously, you're dealing in so many different sort of emerging markets with various different degrees of complexity when it comes to regulation. Are you able to, or do you have the need to be able to adapt the platform to comply with certain regulations in certain markets? How does that work?
So usually, you not usually, always we rely on the partner regulation. So the partner would have to be able to market the product
Yep.
to their end clients, to have some marketing around it. Then they have to be able to collect the funds into that type of an offering, and redistribute to us because they will have to move the assets to us, right, to the vault that we create.
Sure.
So we don't really have a direct ownership of that. So it's all balance sheet for us,
Yep.
but we provide a management service. So it's a SaaS agreement and SLA agreement for the client.
Okay.
But they have to be able to offer that under their jurisdiction. Either they can be licensed or regulated or exempt from that in their jurisdiction.
Okay. And have you seen any desire from enterprise? So we're talking, maybe non-financial services institutions who maybe on their balance sheet they've got some sort of crypto, whether they've been accepting Bitcoin payments or Ethereum payments or something of the like. What do these organizations and these entities do with their holdings of crypto? Do they just approach brokers directly and ask them to do some of this sort of DeFi staking and what have you, or have you got some sort of model where I'm not saying us as TITC. I'd love to say we're sitting on tens of thousands of bitcoins, but we're not. If there is an entity that does have sort of a supply or a surplus supply and wants to earn off of that, can they use a platform like yourselves, or would they need to go through an exchange and through a broker?
Yeah, so we have direct clients. So some of the exchanges, they start as a direct client, deploying from their balance sheet,
Yeah.
and then they work on the integration. So yeah, we
Right.
can work directly with the end client.
Right. Amazing. And have you seen an uptake in that over the last?
Oh, sorry for that.
Gee, bless
I'm
you.
just feeling a little sick.
No, I'm sorry.
Yes, it's been a lot of travel, and the immune system a little bit down, but kind of
Yeah.
had
So have
jet
you
lag
seen?
as well. I've been here for about a week.
Yeah. Have you seen an uptake in the sort of enterprise side, the end customer side, coming to you and saying, actually, we want to make
No,
our
listen.
work?
Primarily, this is the clients that are looking to integrate the product, but they have to plan it in their roadmap. They have to go through the legal and compliance overview, so it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
They always start open up a business account, a corporate treasury account with us,
Yeah.
and then eventually in the 3 to 6 months they'll go live with their own customers.
Okay.
So I don't see real uptick in that because of the price of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
We don't market the product as the direct offering. We only market it as a SaaS offering.
Mm.
So we won't see that even if the market actually reacts to price of Bitcoin or there's a higher penetration of Bitcoin on the corporate balance sheets. We don't really see that because we market to exchanges and neobanks,
Yeah.
right,
Absolutely.
as our clients. But they, as part of their journey, they'll on board with a corporate treasury first.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And
we don't really have fingers on the market for that type of an offering,
no,
direct B2B offering.
no, sure. I think what we're seeing certainly in this part of the world, in Africa, we've had a number of very, very successful digital banks, neobanks, challenger banks, and offering a plethora of different services. A lot of the banks here in on the continent, I imagine, quite similarly in some of the markets you work in. Um, their primary focus is to try and bank the unbanked or the underbanked. Okay, and that's typically the route to market for most. There are a few exceptions, absolutely. When it comes to your conversations with the challenger banks and neobanks, are they are they looking at sort of offering this crypto as or this crypto service as just a value add? Are they using this actually to go and acquire new customers because it's a new service and new offering they have? Where do those conversations typically start?
So I can tell you more about the Latam market as an example.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
they need the product. The question is why they need the product. Is
yeah,
it for the client retention, right?
hmm,
Because other competitors have that,
yeah,
or is it for revenue? Because we split revenue. This is the product that's a partnership product, right? So they'll get part of our fees that we charge
sure,
as an incentive for them to distribute and offer it to their end clients. So you're right. So there's different criteria and different incentives, right, for different types of customers to have this product on board. For the Latam, primarily it's the need of the end client because there's a high penetration of stablecoins,
yeah,
especially Tether, and there's a global player like Binance who offers this type of an offering, this type of a product on their platform, and a lot of them compete with Binance one way or the other. Some countries will regulate out Binance, even in Latam, right? Some don't. So, but Binance is everywhere,
yeah,
especially in the emerging markets. So, a lot of those exchanges we come to, they're smaller. They don't have enough technical skills. They don't have enough time. They don't have enough capital to build a feature like that, or features, right, that we offer, and they'll better white label from us and offer it, right? First of all, to compete for users, right? This is number one because there is real demand, and Binance established that in the emerging markets as Tether can have earn. Binance
yeah,
does it on their own way. I don't know how they do it exactly, primarily lending, internal management, internal liquidity management. We do it in a very different way. It's all on chain, so customers see the assets on chain. It's all visible, right? So there's no way to trick or lie to your
sure,
partner. They can see everything that happens on chain through the vaults. So that's the need on the customer side or the partner side because the Binance will outcompete them on that offering, and clients need that. In the emerging markets, in Europe and Eastern Europe, say it's more like a retention tool.
hmm, hmm,
So they know that they don't want to leave customers to go and do themselves in DeFi, try to earn yield, or go. Primarily, they'll find a lending desk where to lend the asset because in stable coins you can do two ways to
yeah,
generate yield. It's either lending or yield farming. So they want to keep the customer. So the churn, they try to minimize the churn, right, and increase their retention. So they'll need the product like that. The gift cards just provide a good utility, and the gift card product also what we found out with a lot of our partners that gives them ability to market it because not in every jurisdiction you can market crypto services
yeah,
on Twitter or Facebook or Google. So they'll use a gift card offering that they can market on Twitter and Google. So buy an Amazon with your crypto, buy an Amazon gift card with your crypto, and they'll push it on Twitter, on that exchange. So that gives them an ability to do some brand marketing, right?
yeah,
Smart way to brand marketing,
absolutely. Yeah, it certainly is.
having a gift card offering.
Yeah, I think there's been. I was at a dinner just the other night with a group of CISOs and financial crime experts, and we were talking about sort of gift cards and how you navigate that. It's an interesting topic, not one for now, but an interesting topic nonetheless. Max,
Yeah, yeah.
talk to us about the future. You guys are in so many different markets, which is I think phenomenal. What are your plans? Where do you see the business going? What are some of the exciting things you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so we're right now building a non-custodial offering. So on both on cards and earn.
Yeah,
Some clients like MPC wallets, like Ledger, like MetaMask,
yeah,
they don't want to have a custodial offerings because they
sure.
don't really custody client assets. They provide you a platform to custody on chain technology layer.
Yeah.
So they want the product badly to enable privacy first off ramp through gift cards, as an example.
Okay.
Privacy first, so you don't really need to KYC, right? And Ledger won't ask you to KYC in the first place. So to enable the off ramp without the KYC, globally, it's a big product.
Yeah.
So we're working towards a non-custodial option because right now both offerings, earn and gift cards, is custodial. So I think that's exciting. So non-custodial earn when they can deposit and withdraw without the counterparty like Coinchange and manage through the vaults themselves. That's a big one. So we're doing right now smart contract audits to launch that. And on the non-custodial card side, I think we have a pretty large sign-up list right now for that product as well, and I think we're going to launch it by the end of the year.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. Wow. So you've
So
got
we
some
have a
exciting.
we have a custodial offering today, two products on the custodial side, plus the on and off ramp. We want to do that on the non-custodial side for the same type of clients, but clients that don't have custody of their client assets, primarily wallets.
Well, it sounds like you've got a solution very much with emerging markets in mind, and maybe we'll see you guys across Africa. I'm sure there's some very similar. Well, there are a lot of similarities between the LATAM markets and what's happening in the African continent, certainly in terms of market opportunity, market size, demographics, etc. So yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys. I think if there's
We
anyone.
do have partners in Africa right now.
Oh,
I
you
just
do.
don't know all the partners that we have.
Okay. Well,
I can remember the name.
I was just about to give you a punt here. I was just about to say, listen, if there's anyone listening here who kind of operates exchanges and what have you, and likes the sound and wants to get some more information, then I'll certainly put some links below, and feel free to link
Excellent.
up with the guys or make some introduction or drop me an email and I'll make some intros. But listen,
Darren,
yes,
it's
yes, yes,
also very important to understand for
yes,
anybody who's listening and want this type of products that all the products are not only free. Embedding those products into your platform, you'll start making money.
yes.
So the gift cards, they have a discount from the issuer, from the brand, and we split that discount. On the earn side, we charge the fee that we split with a partner as well. So it's a true partnership model. There is no sale. It's a true partnership distribution model when they can actually introduce new feature and start making new revenue channel for
Okay.
the business.
So there you go, everyone. It's a win-win. It's not going to cost you anything, but you're going to earn some revenue off of it. I mean, sounds
That's
like
right.
a no-brainer to me. But if anyone does want some information, please drop me a line, and I'm happy to make some introductions. Max, listen, I know you're not feeling 100%, so I'm not going to keep you on a podcast for an hour and have you sort of pass. So,
Excellent.
um, thank you for your time. Wish you very, very much safe travels. I know you're kind of globe trotting at the moment, so I do wish you safe travels, and hopefully you get some time with the kids and the family in the middle of everything.
Thanks, Darren.
But it's been a pleasure having you on. Thank you, and we'll catch up again soon.
Appreciate it very much. Thanks for having me. Have a
Take
good
care.
one.